Hello everybody, welcome back to History of Spriggs. My name is Spriggs, and today we'll be talking about the Roman colonization of Britain, Part 2. Let's get right into the video. By 100 AD, almost 8,000 miles of road were complete in Britain, linking the empire together, and the frontier was moved back to the River Tyne. But around 105, the Picts moved south, destroying ports and settlements, and Trajan's Dacian Wars led to troop reduction or even total withdrawal. No one knows for sure, but this caused little panic throughout Britain, and the Picts didn't reach that far south. But a new crisis emerged during the reign of Emperor Hadrian. As he was on his famous tour of the Roman provinces, an uprising in which was put down by Quintus Pompeius Falco. This pressured him to build Hadrian's Wall around 120, and Hadrian appointed Aulus Platorius Nepos as governor of Brittania and brought the Legio VI Victrix from the province of Germania Inferior. This replaced the famous Legio IX Hispania, whose disappearance is still a mystery. Then, around 142, Emperor Antonius Pius, the adopted son of Emperor Hadrian, extended the frontier north, taking the Scottish lowlands, and built Antonine's Wall. After Governor Quintus Lollius Urbicus crushed a Briton revolt in the north between 138 and 139, and archaeological evidence shows that Roman villas were being built around 150, showing a sign of further urbanization in Britain. But another crisis emerged when the Britons again revolted. This revolt lasted from 155 to 157, but the rising was suppressed by Governor Gnaeus Julius Verus. He previously abandoned Antonine's Wall, but he retook it within a year. But with the unsuccessful campaigns in Scotland, led by Governor Calpurnius Agricola, throughout 161 to 165, and for an unknown reason, abandoned Antonine's Wall for good, and the borders were moved back to Hadrian's Wall, and it was restored, with only a large fort at modern-day Newstead and 7 smaller outposts north of Hadrian's Wall. The wall was most likely abandoned, and by the way, this is Antonine's Wall, was most likely abandoned due to pressure by the Scottish tribes in the north. Further problems in the Danubian provinces made it that they couldn't expand north and retake the wall, and that the tribes north of Hadrian's Wall would constantly raid around Hadrian's Wall, and the northern settlements fortified. And in 182, the Britons and Picts and other tribes from northern England and the Scottish lowlands attacked the wall, and the governor at that time was killed there in what historian Cassius Dio described as the most serious war of the reign of Commodus. Ulpius Marcellus was sent as a replacement governor, and by 184 he won peace, only to be faced with a mutiny by his troops. Unhappy with his strictness, they tried to elect a legate named Priscus, but he refused. And furthermore issues when Commodus gave in to many of the mutiny's decisions. And then future Emperor Pertinax was sent to Brittania to quell the mutiny, and gained success. But then a riot broke out among the troops, and was left for dead, but was recalled to Rome, where he briefly became emperor in 192. And I know this was a relatively short video, but between the years 100 and 200, I guess not a lot happened compared to the years 55 BC to 180. But still, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, and if you have any thoughts or video ideas, put them down in the comments below. And with that being said, Spriggs out.